The only dream that you had when you were growing up as a kid is, I want to buy land, I want to buy a house, I want to raise a family, I want to have the truck in the driveway. But if you don't make over 150,000, that's hard to do.
It's gonna be unbelievable what's about to happen. Do you want to give us a sneak peek or not yet?
Hey, not yet. I keep telling the team every single week, I want to tell our audience, I want to tell our customers, this new product that we got coming out. I'm telling you, this is something that the world hasn't seen before. I know some of you are like, he's crazy, I don't know what he's talking about. I'm telling you, it is very simple, it is fast-paced, and it's at a price where you can afford the payment. I'm just super excited for it. It's gonna be coming out in January. We're probably gonna do something live. I'm excited because I believe the rates are gonna come down. I believe that us as a company, Saddleberg, we're gonna be able to put money back in your pocket and save on you because I want your family taken care of. We're gonna be doing a huge launch in 2026. It just helps production out back know exactly what your change orders are.
Welcome to the Tiny Home Podcast, the #1 podcast in the world, where we talk about different things happening in the industry, tiny homes, modular homes, deals going on, and interest rate going up, going down, everything that is happening within the market. We're here to help you guys get educated, and we're also here to help you guys making sure that you guys get the right decision. And today we are here with Kyler, and he's going to give us a little bit of information as far as what is happening. We understand that interest rates are actually going down. Different things are happening in the market, and a lot of us been asking, when is the right time to buy? And I think that's one of the answers we're going to have for you guys today. We were talking about what people should do now that mortgage rates are changing and builders are giving deals here in September 2025. So what do you think is happening in the market there?
I think that you're seeing mortgage rates come down. You're seeing builders going to have to move inventory. I see a lot of inventory sitting. Speaking with realtors, and I want to get down to we've got some stats that we want to show you guys of what realtor.com says about the amount of homes selling with interest rates going down. And I think what I'm seeing in the market is some of the people, even though they have a low interest rate, 3, 4, 5% interest rate, their home is getting older and they want to go into a new home. I'm seeing the builders work with the homeowner, the home buyers, in order for make the deal make sense of it. And so I think we're seeing a trend of where people are buying more. We did see a quarter drop in interest rates. So interesting things are happening in September. It's going to be interesting to see over the next 2 months and going into 2026 what we're going to be seeing in the market. I believe we're going to see a market where lumber prices are going to be coming down a little bit more. You see the dollar value even decreasing, which is not good, but you're seeing inflation, with government shutdown, stuff like that. You're going to see that a little bit. But I think in the next 2 months, we're going to really see where the housing market stands, depending on where the tax rate, the property taxes are, for sure in Texas, depending on where you're at. Insurance going to increase? You're going to have a lot of renewals that are coming up. And so I think there's going to be renewal. The insurance on newer homes are going to be cheaper than trying to insure an existing home, because your existing home has increased so much in value, but there's so much of things that picks up. I think it's going to be cheaper to go buy new, maybe less square footage, but buy new because you don't have that maintenance cost with your interest rate, your payments, and your insurance and taxes.
Yes, I love that. Actually, when I was reading this article, something stood up very, very it was just there, right? The article wasn't really speaking about this, but now that we think about it, is everything is happening more creatively. So, pay interest rate are at 6%. We have people that still have homes under 3% interest rates. There's people with 4% interest rate and all this good stuff. However, what is happening is people like builders just like us are coming with creative ways to help people get into new homes. With that being said, we know we have a shortage of homes in the world. There's people that need a house no matter what. There's new generations that are coming up that are getting married that need a house. So with that being said, this is the time of point in life where everybody's getting creative. Builders are finding ways to either buy down rates, or hey, you give them a higher down payment, but then we could get you a lower monthly payment, or you come up with literally almost down to zero out of pocket, but your payments are going to be higher. So it's like now they're finding creative ways to make it work for the buyer itself, right? I think we're in the most prime time for us, like here at Saddlebrook, due to the fact that our houses are in a prime price, let's say, right? You can literally get into a 1,200 square foot home for less than 250,000, and this is all in, literally, from getting a piece of land that is not developed to something that is 100% turnkey, right? We've seen homes that go for less than 100,000, and people are living on them, right? So it just depends on where you want to be. With that being said, tell us a little bit more about the buy down packages and all that good stuff. You know a little bit more about it than I do, so.
Absolutely. Some interesting stats that we looked up. 80% of people, homeowners right now, have an interest rate below 6%. So hopefully we're going to start seeing those trends come down even more. But I was talking to a guy yesterday. He was looking at buying one for his RV park, and he's going to be buying that with cash. But then his mother-in-law, he wanted to buy hers, and I said, hey, interest rates start off at 6, 9, 7%, whatever, depending on your credit. But I said we can buy down the points. So what that means is you can buy down the points, which normally you can have a builder that does that, or you can take that in the cost. You can have that in your costs, and you can buy that down. A lot of builders are doing that as well. So when you buy down that interest rate, you're just really paying for the interest up front, but the bank is still getting it. Does that make sense? So if I spend another $5,000 and I'm buying down the rate, the bank is still getting that. They're still getting the rate because they're having to go back and let's say prime is at 6% or 5%, whatever that is. That's what the government has. In order for interest rates to come down, the government has to come out and say, "Hey, we're going to drop it half a point. We're going to drop it a point," which would be a decrease and it would honestly boost the market if we drop the point right now and you did not have a home under contract, you're going to pay more for the home because there's going to be something like a COVID thing happening again where people are going crazy because interest rates are going under 5%. So I think we got to be super careful with doing that. But I do believe that interest rates over the next 6 months, the trends that I'm seeing will drop another half a point, the 3/4 points, and you'll get it under, your 475 to 550. I think that we're going to see some rates at that going forward.
Yeah, and this is super interesting because I myself didn't know much about how the interest rate works and how much you could save and all that just by a few points. But at a 0.25% rate drop off, and in a home that is about
30 years is that's where they get you.
it's crazy. You're saving about $178 per month, about $2,000 per year. So think about it. Let's say $2,000 times 30. That's an extra $60,000 you're saving just by like a 1/4%. Now imagine if the interest rate goes down to that 3/4.
Right.
It's insane how it all works. But once again, for the modular and the tiny home industry, this is huge because you're already buying a house that is in the affordable price range, right? Now imagine getting these declines on interest rates. Like it's literally making the American dream possible again, which you talk about a lot all this time.
I definitely, in the new product we got coming out in 2026, I think is especially for this right thing, which I believe in next 3 months, we're going to really see where the economy's at, where the housing market's at in general. Because what I don't want to see is where we go into a rent only world where everybody has to rent and you make housing so unaffordable. That is what I don't want to happen. And I don't think it will, because if builders like me that could come in and say, hey, we can build an affordable house, 1,500 square feet, 1,200 square feet, and we can build a house exactly for what you need instead of what you want, but what you need. I believe that the American dream is possible again.
Yes. And I know this is gonna be super exciting this January. It's gonna be unbelievable what's about to happen. Do you want to give us a sneak peek or not yet?
Hey, not yet. I keep telling the team every single week. I want to tell our audience, I want to tell our customers this new product that we got coming out. It is exactly for the people that are wanting to get back into living the American dream, but I want to bring the American dream back. And I'm going to be looking for a few people to start this off with this project. But I mean, I've seen the renderings of this project. I can't believe how they turned out. I know that you guys are going to be like, I'm telling you, this is something that the world hasn't seen before. I know some of you are like, he's crazy. I don't know what he's talking about. I'm telling you, it is very simple. It is at fast pace. You can get it, and it's at a price where you can afford the payments. You know what? So I'm just super excited for it. It's going to be coming out in January. We're probably going to do something live. Hopefully, we'll have one on the site. We're going to try to have one. If not, we're going to have 3D renderings. We're going to have all the visuals on the inside, what it looks like. We're going to be doing a huge launch in 2026. That's because I'm excited because I believe the rates are going to come down. I believe that us as a company, Saddlebrook, we're going to be able to put money back in your pocket and save on you because I want your family taken care of.
Yes.
Because the only dream that you had when you were growing up as a kid is I want to buy land, I want to buy a house, I want to raise a family, I want to have the truck in the driveway. But if you don't make over 150,000, that's hard to do. That is super hard to do because the homes that are being built are 300 to four or $500,000. In order to do that, you've got to work 2 or 3 jobs, or you can have $150,000 job. But we're gonna make that possible again, and I'm super excited. I could talk about this all day, but this product is gonna be revolutionary. I can't be more excited to show you guys, and we're probably gonna send it if you're in our ecosystem. We're gonna send it to you first. We're gonna give our audience the chance to buy it first, and then we're gonna push it out because I want to give our audience that has been loyal customers for a long time. We're gonna give them the first shot because I'm only gonna be able to build probably 10 to 15 a year because this is a special project. So I want to make sure we give them the first chance, and then we're gonna push it out. So
That is
it's
exciting.
gonna be like exciting.
With that being said, it's important for everybody to understand that with new offers, interest rate coming down, all of this crazy thing that is happening, people being creative, builders being creatives, um, it really feels like it's the time to buy, right? With that being said, a lot of people don't want to wait to 2026, but if they're interested in this project and they start coming in now, what are
If you want to be part of us building it and you want to grow, we're probably looking at 2 or 3 customers right now that we could take on and we could show this. Like, we should bring them in, do the whole design. We'll show them how it's built, everything, how it's done. We would be able to do that, but we wouldn't be able to show everyone else. But if they want to be part of a story, I believe it's going to be revolutionary. If they want to be part of the story, 3 customers that we're taking in to build this project with, it's going to be super special. It's going to be built here at our factory, delivered to your property. You're going to be in a whole story. If they want to, we're going to open that up to 3 customers only.
three?
And that they can be part of this whole story. And then when January 1st comes, they're going to be part of the whole thing that we come out with, which I believe is going to be revolutionary. I'm excited because I honestly want one myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's going to be like you guys are listening to it now. It's exclusive, exclusive, exclusive. That means come show up at our manufacturer, ask us what is happening, and we're going to show you the renderings, what's happening behind the scenes, and then we're going to go through the whole story. You guys getting to be part of the story, which is the most amazing. And this is the time for us to change. This is the time for us to get better. And we're definitely going to change the industry for sure. I have zero doubt about it. With that being said, a lot of people are talking about the deals that are happening within every builder and all these special offers that are coming and all that. What should people do right now? What would you recommend people doing, whether they're in this area or whether they're anywhere in the United States? How can they shop the best deals?
I believe no matter where you're at in the world, if you listen to this and you're like, hey, I need to figure out which builder to go with, sometimes going with the cheapest builder is not always the right thing. What is their referrals? How long has the company been in business? What kind of product do they build? What are their appraisal? Looking at the company, do your history research right now for sure. Because there's some builders out there, they're trying to get deposits and they're trying to get as much as they can because they don't have any work right now. I believe you need to make sure you're going with the right builder and making sure you get a good quality build. Going cheaper is not always the best option because a lot of times you don't get the product that you actually wanted.
I absolutely love that. So basically, just to make sure that I reiterate this, definitely look for a good deal. but not always a good deal or a cheap price is the best for you. So make sure you're always doing your due diligence, making sure that you know who's your builder, you're getting referrals off of other people, making sure that they're actually legit, right? Because we do have a lot of scammers, and unfortunately, we see that every single day.
Yeah.
We have people that act like us and trying to get
All the time.
all the time. So you definitely want to be careful with that. With that being said, as per interest rates, they're not permanent, right? It's marry the price, date the rate.
Date the rate, marry the payoff. No, is it marry the date the rate, marry the payoff.
Yes. So right now it's a prime time, I believe, to move into that owning your own home.
Absolutely.
We have investors. It's crazy. I've seen it every single day. I'm talking to more and more people that are looking to develop big properties, right? So think about it. The people in the world that are making the most impact, which are our investors, people who are building communities, building housing, all of this, they're starting to move. That just gives me better like understanding of where the market's at. You know what I mean? Because these people are smart. These are people that are looking to make more money. They're not looking to lose money.
Right.
So they're making these moves now. So I would highly recommend you as an individual. This is your time. This is your time.
Absolutely.
Right?
Get into home ownership. And to iterate back on the who to pick as a builder, making sure you have all the details. I see a lot of builders sending quotes over text message, over just a quick little invoice, but not being very detailed on what's exactly in your quote. There's a lot of construct where you only get a quote for this. Make sure you have clarity around what you're buying, the details, and make sure the value is in there. I would rather, instead of going for a cheaper price, go for the value. Go for making sure you have a good foundation. Make sure you have everything included that you're going to need in order for you to say, hey, I'd rather spend, if it's 100, let's say it's 200,000, but another builder is 140,000, or let's say it's 300,000, but another builder is 200,000. Why is there so much of a jump? Don't ask that question. Why is there so much of a jump? Get the different values. Make sure that you have apples to apples, and then go back to look at the reviews. Look at the reviews of that company. What's the trust? Do other people trust that company? That is what I'm looking for. That no company, no builder is perfect. It's construction, it's wood. Things are gonna happen, but I'm just like, do some of your homework, but then make a decision. Hey, this is the builder I'm gonna go with, and let them build your house.
I love that. Let me piggyback on that. Not only look at your builders, also be careful with your lenders, right?
That's good. That's good.
That's also good because there's so many lenders out there. Just like you guys know, everybody's trying to throw out the best offer. So there's going to be lenders out there that are going to be promoting themselves with lower interest rates. There's people out there that are like, literally, we pay you guys to come be part of our team, whatever the case might be. However, there's a lot of people out there that are very fishy. So be very, very careful, right? I know we have a group of very specialized lenders we work for because number one, a lot of people don't understand the modular housing, right? A lot of people don't understand where we're at in technology, where we're at in general in life. So we are very specialized with our lenders. And I ask you guys to do the same thing. Not all banks are a good fit for you. You know? That's something to be careful for. However, this point is very, very important. Do not wait forever. Right? How many people are waiting forever? I'm waiting for the best opportunity. I'm waiting for the best opportunity. Sometimes the best opportunity is here today. Do you have any stories for us today?
I think I'd have to think about one story of waiting. Actually, I do. We had a guy put a deposit and he locked in his price. We started building, and his price on that home was $30,000 less than it is now. But the interest rates were 8% when he bought it. But now the home is built for $30,000 less than when he purchased it. 8% interest rate, 30% less. He bought it. Now he has the home. Now he can go refinance the home for 5.9 or whatever, 6%, 2% less. So he's going to get a 2% jump, a lower rate, and he's going to save $30,000. I believe the housing is always, if you look at it, if you look at the 50-year span, the housing market has done this. That's because of demand. There's more people that are born. There's more the houses. We should look at the stats about how many homes that have been built that are not good anymore, that are going to be torn down. If you look at those stats, that means that all those homes are going to have to be either be remodeled or tore down. New housing is going to have to be built.
Yes.
That means that demand's even going to go up higher. So finding out when the right time is to buy is when it's the best for you and your family to make that financial decision and saying, hey, I want to invest in my future. Because if you're 21 or 25, 30 years old, buying a house right now, by the time you're 50, you probably have that thing paid off, or you've gained so much equity by the time you're 40, you can sell that, put someone in as a renter, or sell it, get that equity and go build on your own, and you can make money. So I think it's very smart to I right now, for sure right now, buyers, it's a buyer's market because a lot of people are scared, but when people are scared, buyers take action.
Yes.
And
And then this is important. Smart people take action when everybody else is scared.
when they're scared of fear of what the news is putting out, that's when the best opportunity is to buy. And that's why you see so many investors, so many people that are wealthy. They bought when everyone else was scared and running the other way, selling off everything. And they were up, saved their cash, and boom, they were buying.
Love that perspective. I'll tell you why I love it. During the weekend, you were showing me a little game. It's the cash flow game from Rich Dad Poor Dad, right? And it shows you that there's big opportunities, small opportunities, and all this great information. By the way, guys should go play the game. But something that I've noticed is, or a pattern that I learned, and that is, if you know what's going to happen in the future, you got to act on it now.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, it's true. What he said is powerful. Go and see the market history for the past 50. Let's go back 100 years if you want. You could, as simple as go to Google or ChatGPT and ask it, what is the actual rates going up? Inflation is going up an average of 2 to 3% a year.
Mm-hmm.
The housing market is going up from 6 to 9% a year in prime locations. With that being said, I just say it because it's true. It doesn't matter when you buy. The housing's always going to go up.
Mm-hmm.
Always, right? With that being said, price goes up, interest rates goes up, everything's going to go up no matter what. So we're going to see a little decline, but then it's going to peak up again.
It always comes dead.
Always. So I think we're at the little peak where we're down a little bit now. This is the prime time. And like we said, there's deals going on, there's interest rate going on. Everything is just telling you this is the perfect time. The perfect time. Especially for modular. You know, modular is a new thing. Not a lot of people know. People are knowing more and more about it. And everybody's actually building faster than ever.
And that's the key, is to build fast. But the modulars, I love what you said about that. It is the right time as far as to invest in the future. But that game, it teaches you. We're brand ambassadors for Rich Dad Poor Dad. I'm just joking. But that game does teach you a lot of things. But it's risk taking. It's making decisions when you're sitting and in the waiting season of, when's the best time for me to buy a home. He just made a point that said, and I believe this is the reason the American dream is still alive. If your money sits in the bank, you're losing 2 to 3% because of inflation. You're losing. People tell you the old system says save your money, put it in the bank, but you're losing 2 to 3% inflation per year. If you put that cash inside of a piece of real estate, it makes you 7 to 9% on per year on average. That means that you're 5% higher than inflation rate, which means that you don't lose any money. So if your money's sitting in a bank account, it is losing money every single year, every single month, every single day, hour, second, minute, whatever it is, you're losing money. If you want to take advantage of it, invest in real estate. And real estate and land has been around for the longest time. That investment you will never lose unless you just buy something ridiculous and you buy it over market. But maybe you won't get the benefits. Maybe your kids will. Somebody will. Buy right, buy land, buy real estate, raise a family, have kids, and do all those things. But real estate is a place where you can put your money. Warren Buffett just invested $700 million of his cash. He took out of tech, put it into housing because he sees a thing coming. Real estate is something that's going to be here for the long run. Tech, all these other things, we don't know because AI is coming out. Real estate is a thing to put your money in. If you want long-term growth, not short-term, this is not a get rich quick. This is long-term growth. I've got a steady growth like this versus this. If you can go up like this straight and you can make a lot of money, you can go do the same thing, right? I believe real estate, modular housing is the next thing. We just talked to some investor, some capital bankers this morning. Within the next 5 years, modular housing is going to be so normal like everything else. If you guys can get a hold of this and you can get in it before like 98% of the people that are out there, you're going to get a better price.
100%. 100%. I love that. Um, we're getting here close to the end, but all I want to say is today is the day that you've been waiting for. You've been waiting for a long period of time, and you've been thinking, and you've been watching videos like this. You've been watching other channels. You've been probably doing a lot of research. That's probably how you guys found us. But today is the day to make a decision and literally change your life trajectory today. Right? If you have a little bit of doubt, if you have a little bit of uncertainty, and you need someone to help you and guide you through the process, we're here to help you guys out. And there's so many other people just like us that are willing to help you guys. Look for the person that's providing the most value, the person who's actually interested in you getting better, a better deal, getting in better position in life. Don't just look for a great deal, save money kind of way, but look for the best opportunity for yourself and your family. I think that's the number one thing, you know? Kyler, anything else you want to end us off here with?
The biggest thing is, when before I make a big decision, just like you said, I want to piggyback on that, is you just have to, if you're a big faith person, say, God, is this the right time? God, what do you want me? What's the best for me and my family? Help me make the decision. Give me some discernment. Give me wisdom in this time. Can I make the decision? What's best for me and my family? Which company is the best thing, best company to go with? Ask God and have that prayer life, and that will help you make a decision, because I wouldn't want you to have they say stress and anxiety come from indecision. Either go, like, make a decision, pray to God, say, hey, which direction do I need to go? God will give you that right person, and he'll guide you to the right direction. So I love it. A lot of stats here, a lot of things are happening. The American dream is still alive. I believe in it fully. Come see us here in DeKalb, Texas. Google us on Saddlebrook. Go follow our social medias. But if you've been waiting on making that decision on home buying, what's the next best thing for my family? I'm telling you, buying real estate, buying a home, raising a family, that is the American dream. That is still alive, because people like Saddlebrook, companies like us, we are still out here fighting for you guys to make sure that there is homes that you can still buy, you can have and raise a family in. So I love it. I'm excited. 2026, again, I've got 3 spots open until the end of the year for our new project coming up. Comment in the word. If you've made it this far, comment 2026, new project. I'll have my team reach out, or when you come to our facility, make that comment, and we'll do a presentation with you privately. We'll go in the back. We'll show you, give you the whole tour. It's like a VIP tour, but super cool, super excited. Like I said, and again, the American dream is still alive. I believe it. God bless. And again, this is the #1 tiny home podcast in the world, powered by Saddlebrook Life. Y'all have an amazing week.
Yes.